Hey guys, the name is Jasper. Welcome back to another reaction video. So ako ay nasa episode 88 na. Kayo ay nasa episode 91 na. So late ako. Late ako ng ilang araw, but that's fine. You know, life is pretty busy para sa akin. So I had to handle life first and then I can prioritize this thing. But I was able to avoid spoilers in general. I wasn't I tried avoiding social media para wala akong makitang spoilers. So basically, kung ano yung idea ko about the current state of Ibarra, na doon pa rin sa episode 87. I'm going to watch episode 88 later. No analysis for that one, just an honest reaction. And then I'm going to watch episode 89. And then 90. Yeah, tatlong episodes pa. So yeah, anyways, let's just start reading your comments. And yeah, welcome back, you guys. Welcome back to another reaction video. So let's read your comments right here. Of course, we have 3 videos right here. So we got, what's this? This is part 1, comment replies, part 2, honest reaction, and then analysis. Alright, basahin mo natin mga comments niyo. Let's scroll down right here. Dalawa Busgano wrote in. Teka. Saan yung kodigo ko dito? May kodigo ko dito eh. Oops. Mikay. There we go. I think kinaka-copy paste ko. Alright. We are in episode 88. Tama ba? Just making sure. Yeah, okay. Dalawang Busgano wrote in. By the way, I miss you guys. I miss you guys so much. Alright. Dalawang Busgano wrote in. Ako lang ba ngayon lang nakakaalam na yung confrontation ni Padre Damaso at Clara Ibarra na siya ang ama nito ay Padre Damaso at Maria Clara na siyang ama nito ay hindi pala sila magkaharap talaga. Ako lang ba ngayon lang nakakaalam na yung confrontation ni Padre Damaso at Maria Clara na siya ang ama nito ay hindi pala sila magkaharap talaga. What do you mean by hindi sila magkaharap talaga? Hindi ko lang, ang sabi ni Arte dito, hindi ko lang alam kung sa ibang Marikina audience po, pero ako naman po, I knew it. Like day 1 on the confrontations in episodes between Marikina pa. Can't exactly actually remember how po, but I guess I have to read it po somewhere in YouTube. Wait lang. Ako lang ba ngayon ang nakakaalam na yung confrontation ni Parang na siya na ang ama nito ay hindi pala sila magkaharap talaga. Like in a scene na hindi sila magkaharap? Ewan ko, hindi ko matandaan Dalawang Busgano. Well, nag-gets ni Arte yung pinapoint out mo, pero ako di ko mag-gets. Sorry. Hindi ko maintindihan yung comment mo. That's on me. Ang alam ko, hindi sinabi ng writer sinabi niya na lang yun kasi nagkaroon yung lahat ng spoiler lalo na pumunta sa set. Yeah, yun nga. Sinabi nga, sa balita ko, sinabi na lang ng writer yung about sa spoiler about kay Elias kasi nga kumalat na nga. And yeah, I mean, if you're a writer, you wouldn't say a spoiler like that kasi it's going to, of course, ruin the surprise, diba? And just like I said before, if you're a writer, you wanted to present the surprises in a way that it's supposed to be presented. And in this case, by watching an episode, diba? Instead of seeing a spoiler on the internet. So there's that. Thank you for writing that in, Telma. Arte wrote in, malapit na rin po palang ipalabas ang mga lihim ni Urduha at ngayong Pebrero na. Yeah, Pebrero na nga. Okay, bye-bye. Oh my God, sorry. Bumayin ko. Sinisipon pa rin ako. Baka ito po, yeah, feeling ko ito yung papalit yung malim ni Urduha. Tatawag ng tugon po siyang The Mythical Primetime Magazine of 2023 at base po sa isang teaser na pinalabas po kagabi. May teaser na? At may parang halong action, fantasy, magic, superpower, interesting mythology. Okay. Thank you for putting that in my radar, Arte. I might take a look at it, yung mga lihim ni Ordua. Tingnan ko. Hindi ko pa nakikita yun. I wasn't aware kasi I've been avoiding social media, pero I'm going to check on it. It just depends whether I'm going to make a reaction video to it, pero it will be really interesting to see kung ano yung papalit sa mga natin para mismo. Thank you for writing that in. Artist in Arts also wrote in, grabe talaga po itong Mikay. Kailangan talaga pong maging tagamasid ang tagapanood mula sa simula hanggang sa katapusan ng buong episode. May mga eksena silang pinakita lang na nakaraan o kaya naman ay sabangan na hindi naman nila pinakita pa at hindi talaga ipapakita sa mismong mga darating na karang episode sa isang semana o linggo. Matagal pa pala nilang pinapakita o i-reveal ang eksenang yon. Ang kabuuan. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Gaya ng yung sa Elias situation, di ba? I think may mga scenes doon sa abangan na nai-reveal mismo in a much, much later episode, like after a week or two. Sa sobrang bilis at ikli, hinahalo pa na ng ibang mga eksena at audio. Pero malaking plot twist. Yeah, that's true. The point of the abangan part and the teaser part is just to get the audience attention, di ba? You don't have to show like what's really going to happen in the next episode. Pero pagdating sa maabangan, it's just like a trailer. It's just a marketing, just to keep your attention on the show itself at hindi tayo mag-wander off, di ba? So there's that. Iba din talaga audiovisual storytelling ng Marikalat at Ibarra, mas kinakaraan, kaya naman ay sabangan. Yeah. Minsan pinapaasa lang tayo. Binubuo para material. That's true. Minsan naman ay nagpapaantay lang pala sa atin na matagal o kaya maraming mga araw na semana. Yeah. Minsan nakatago. Easter eggs. Minsan naman napapaisip mo pa. Ibang klase talaga. Yeah. Kaya I always see the abangan stuff and the teaser trailer stuff as like just marketing tools. Some of them, they try to make hints about our theories, but it's one way to, again, to keep our attention focused on the show itself. But it's a thing that I've been expecting even from the past, pero I do like seeing them because it actually hypes up the next episode, diba? On what's going to come next. So there's that. Telma Musgan also wrote in, oo, Jazz, sinabi mo sila gusto niyo maging doctor doon sa conversation nila ni Ibarra. Yep, yung around the time, just a few weeks ago, diba? So, pretty sure Basilio already made up his mind na gusto niya maging doctor. Be Wonderful wrote in, I agree with you, we don't need to see or hear all the backstories of all characters. One great example is a Saul movie, just my opinion. Yeah, just that's true. We don't have to, I mean, if yung backstory ng character is going to be like a really big deal for the overall storytelling of the show, then I can see like a story on why Fidel was able to go into that. Kung paano siya napunta sa punta na yun dito sa story na to. Pero, hey, again, I'm open to anything. Pero right now, when you think about it, we just only have like 2 more weeks to tell the story. And parang wala lang nakikitang space para ikwento mismo ang story ni Fidel about doon. But anyways, you know, I'm just here to watch and react and tignan natin whether that was executed well pagdating sa storytelling case. Alright, thank you so much for that. Be wonderful. Arthur wrote in, I like Melissa Poy's idea of hopefully a movie, especially in the series in the last 13 years. Yeah, I mean, I'm down for that. Like, there's a lot of ways to tell this story kasi itong 13 years na to, other than the hints that we get from El Filibusterismo, there's a lot. The 13 years between Noli and El Fili is like an amazing playground para ikwento yung istorya mismo. To tell a new story while sticking to the Noli and El Fili themes, diba? And I'm down for that. It just depends on whether the studio is going to green light something like this. O yan na po, nabigyan ko na rin po siya ng possible potential na titulo. The last 13 years between Mikai's Noli and I feel the last 13 years of America, di ba? 13 years before. Kailangan. Tapos si Clay at sana si Fidel rin ang mag-host, magnanarrate ng documentaries nito. At sa kanilang mga kaibang POV mula sa mundo ni Clay sa labas ng nobela. Yeah, that can be done para maisama ulit si Fidel, si David, pati si Barbie. Kasi they are also the highlights of the show, di ba? Yeah, I'm down for that. It just depends on whether they're going to greenlight something like this. I just want them to do like some kind of spin-off na hindi connected sa story kung saan yung mama ni Clara at Ibarra characters from the past will go to the future and it's going to be like a show. It's going to be like a fish out of water show. that will be fun, diba? All right. They also wrote in what a nice theory is that from Be Wonderful. Okay, I am talking about the theory that within or in the novels, our beloved lead main characters such as Elias died and are long dead to us, and for us here in the real world, to those Clyde's real world, to most people and other characters within the first novels, but only a few characters like Clyde know the truth that these characters we know and thought died actually continue to live much longer lives and within the world of the novels. Yeah. I think yun dapat ang balag gawin ni Rizal sa sa Mikamasa ba yun? Makamisa? Yung third book niya. I think yung third book niya related dapat sa El Fili pero he wasn't able to finish that. But the characters of life of Elias continue extending to a new door has opened, yeah, for possibilities to continue and extend the lives of Mana Clara. That's true. Yeah, ever since na-reveal nila na si Elias ay buhay, I'm just like, man, if nagawa na ng buhay si Elias, what else can the writers can do when it comes to telling the story of this specific show? The continuity or extension of Mana Clara and Ibarra lives and it can be expressed in a lot of different ways, like maybe in known facts and some of the few characters in Mikai future, or maybe it's always like, again, since binuhay na si Elias, is basically just a doorway for new creative ways of telling the story. If not for any new creative ways, but basically new storylines or new story plot points na pwede lang ikwento relating to Mara Clara at Ibarra mismo, or even Fidel, diba? It just opens the door of creativity, but again, it just depends on whether the studio is going to greenlight something like that, like a story or a show that happens after El Fili, or a show that happens between El Fili or No Limitangere. So there's that. Thank you for writing that in, Arte. And finally, for this video, now aside from Client Fidel, among some few others characters in Mikai who might still be around, Lucia, Pablo Victoria, interaction with other characters of El Fili are also now where the writers can newly put. Yeah, because as Clay and Fidel among some of the few characters I mentioned above are the original. It's true. But hey, when you think about it, it also takes a ton of skill to adapt a show, to adapt a novel into a show. I think it's easier. Para sa akin, I think it's easier to tell a new story compared to adapting a story. Kasi when you're trying to adapt a story like from the novel of like Jose Rizal, you have to remember the themes and the main message of the novel mismo, diba? And on how you're going to retell that to a wider audience through the show. It takes a lot of skills to do that. And so far, the writers has been pretty much exceeding when it comes to telling this story, the Noli Me Tangere and El Filibusterismo story, to us. And they were also able to demonstrate this other set of skills um through making Elias alive in El Fili and through these two fictional characters, guys, si Fidel pati si Clay. And hey, it just shows na if they can do something like this, I wouldn't be surprised if they will also be able to do an amazing job telling new stories about the other minor characters. Um, na hindi galing sa mga kamay mismo ni Rizal, 'di ba? Parang it's some kind of fan fiction pero yeah, it's some kind of fan fiction by the end kasi it's not these stories didn't came from Rizal. Pero again, I'm open to that kind of story. Just like inclusion and re-inclusion of characters, Salome, tension excluded. Yeah, that's true. So individual, what if continue? Yeah, telling, making a system with internet. I'm excited on how Elias is going to interact more with continued characters. Yoroga, Salvi, and maybe. Hey, I'm just excited to see how Elias is going to interact with Simon. Like they are like the best mystery bodies in the past, diba? So I just wonder how Elias is going to react to that. But anyways, thank you for writing that in, Arte. All right, you guys. Let's go down here and let's read. Ano ba to? Yeah, honest reaction. The comments and honest reaction. All right. Connie Manalang wrote in. Gandang araw sa inyo, Jazz. Magandang araw sa inyo, Miss Connie. Sa inyo pala dyan gabi. Ganang gabi sa... Well, dito tanghali na as of the recording of this video. Sa gabayan ng poong may kapal sa lahat ng ora para palagi tayong may talastasan. Ako lang naman to na lagi nag-aabang sa mga reaction video mo. Thank you so much for that. Ate Connie, ng Mikay, patindi na patindi ang mga ganap. Balita ko nga. Malapit na pagwawakas, nakakalungkot pero masaya ako dahil nakilala ka namin dito sa programang ito tulad ng pagwawakas ng kwento, nakakalungkot din ang paghiwalay-walay natin dito. Di ko alam kung paano ulit tayo magtalastasan, magbibigyan ng mga opinion na nakasanayan ko na kasi ganun pa naman. Sana masayang ending na Pilay para pampalubag ng loob. Yeah. Hey, right now I'm just at the point na ayoko na ng since they already changed a lot pagdating sa Elfie na story na to, especially with the Elias character, I just want to see a happy ending. Nandun ako sa point na yun. Kasi clearly, they're not going to do a one-to-one recreation of the El Filibusterismo story, diba? Clearly, they're not doing that, which means it opens the door to creativity. I'm just here to watch. And if I appreciate whatever choices they did sa Mara Clara Ibarra, I'm willing to watch it. I'm willing to see it. And hopefully they're good. If they're not going to follow the El Filibusterismo story, that's fine. This is a different show. They already made some changes. And again, I'm just here to see a happy ending. But if they're going to do some bittersweet ending or a bitter ending, I'm also fine with it. It just all depends on how they were able to tell the story. If it's good, it's good. If it's bad, it's bad. But yeah, well, hopefully in the future, Connie, I will be making another honest reaction in some kind of teleserie or in a show. Pero in the near future, I just don't see myself doing something like that again because I will be a lot more busier pagdating sa school. I will do graduate next year though, so that's going to open me. That's going to open some time for me, so I might go back to doing honest reactions and maybe react to more GMA shows in the future. Pero yeah, I still don't know about that. But you guys can still reach me at Instagram at Jasper Abibas. You guys can leave me a message here just to keep in touch. But yeah, I am really going to miss doing this stuff with you guys because it's like It's really fun doing them. And yeah, thank you for writing that in, Connie, and I really appreciate your comment. Thank you so much. Melissa Poy wrote in, every month dumadalo si Padre Salvi, kakaiba pala yung buwan ng dalaw ni Maria, nakadismorenia ng ulo. Sure. Yeah, yung nga every month nga eh, para may schedule. It's an interesting thing na Padre Salvi has been probably doing this for like 13 years, and it's just really weird to think. All right, thank you so much for that, Melly. Arte wrote in, sila na naman tong dalawang yung naglalakad na may bit-bit. Dinadala ko ano man yun. Mula nung eksena na time freeze at biglang-bigla. Yeah, yung nga eh. Yung dalawa na naman na yun eh. Naku, baka sa susunod na Mikael Filibusterismo season o arc ay magiging regular or element na talasin silang dalawa. Hey, pwede. There's a chance. Baka malaki yung story nila. Malaki yung role ng story nila. Hindi lang natin alam so far. Sa may eksena biglang-biglang makakat sa ibang eksena. Kaya na magsisilbing hadlang pampatagal ng eksena. Masusubukan ng abangan ng mga yun. Ang dalawang taong yun. Gayang katulad. Baka naman kasi magpakita naman silang dalawa. Hey, I'm with you, Arte. Babantayan ko yung dalawang tao na yun. Yung laging may daladalang plywood. Nag-curious ako nung meron sa kanila. Abot na lang at hindi sila dumaan. Wala parang ganon. Kagayang katulad. Kaya wag noon. Yeah. Pero yeah, I'm going to keep my eye out for those two. Nag-curious ako nung meron sa dalawa na yun. Alright. Thank you for that, Arte. Joe Tabs wrote in. Sir Jazz, wala ka ng update? Okay, one day ago to. Exciting naman nagaganap sa Elfili. Ang vibe ngayon parang dark and serious na siya sa movie, okay? I don't know kung bakit, pero kakaiba talagang aura kapag ang sino medyo nagsasalita ng Spanish. Actually, again, nag-post yata ako after ng comment mo yata, I believe. Pero, yeah, I'm just busy with work and stuff like that. Ang dami kong binabasa na libro, na PowerPoint stuff. I'm currently reading a screenplay kasi isa sa mga assignment ko yun sa school. I'm reading Little Miss Sunshine. So, I'm just like super busy. Pero ngayon, it's the weekend, bakasyon ko. So, that's good. Makapaggawa ko ng ganitong video. Pero hopefully, next week, tuloy-tuloy na. No pauses. Pero yeah, I'm really curious to see what's going to happen in the next 3 episodes though. Hindi ko pa na makikita yung mga yun. Thank you for writing that in, Joe Tabs. Melissa Poy wrote in, ang angas ng mukha sa lagubang pin. Yeah, that's true. Parang kay Sir Tos. May ganun pa si Sir Torres? May salagubang na pin din ba siya? Interesting. Pero yeah, napansin ko nga yung salagubang pin na yun. I'm not sure if there's a significance to that pin or I don't know. Tignan natin kung maybe it's just a part of his wardrobe or maybe there's some kind of history sa salagubang na pin na yun. Pero yeah. Alright, Jodas wrote in, 3-4 na ito yung part ng tawa ko, yung dalawang Guardia Civil na mukhang sinaunang LTO. Sinaunang LTO? Oops. Mali. Anong sinaunang LTO yun? Hindi ko makita. Pero anyways, tingnan ko na lang yung sa susunod. Pero parang namumukhaan ko yata yung damit na lang kung sino ng LTO. Pero anyways, yeah, sana nakita ko sana maalala ko yung sinasabi mo doon. Pero, yeah. Arte, Siningas wrote in, as a native and first language Chavacano or Philippine Spanish speaker, not just Spanish language itself, which is still a dream and hope to be at least proficient enough or even fluent like a native first language. That would be amazing though. If you can like really speak straight Spanish and fluent ka doon, that would be great. I want to learn a lot of languages pero it's just too much work para sa akin. Sobra po ang aking napakabilib doon sa eksena na ibabaw ng kubierta sa loob ng bubble tub na mga eksena ni na Simon at ang iba pa kung saan sa mga eksenang yun ay halos lahat nag-Espanyol, nagdidiretso lang sa linya ng dialogue na that's true. That's a testament to how amazing those performers are. Hindi masyadong nagtatagalog sa isa't isa. Halos lahat ay puro subtitles. It also shows na in that part of the Baportabo, it shows na those are the higher class people. Those are yung mga taong edukado. Those are also some of the people who are basically Spanish people. Kaya the fact that they were able to have that scene like 90% of the time, them just speaking Spanish, it just shows kung anong aura sa part ng Baportabo na yun. And I'm just assuming na once si Simon bumaba para makausap niyo yung mga fellow average Filipinos, yung mga Indio, lahat majority nagtatagalog. So that was an interesting detail that you were able to find, Arte. Ang gagaling mahusay po silang lahat, halos mag-Espanyol, maski hindi po talagang perfecto, magagaling mo sa hindi tunog at hindi convincing para sa akin ang nag-Espanyol talaga sila. At saka maski hina-hina at maingat talaga sila magsalita, magbigkas. So, still kudos po to all of the cast. Oh, Jesus. Sorry about that, guys. In characters for studying and learning Spanish language and for memorizing, mastering, pronouncing. Yeah, it's going to be really difficult. Doing a foreign language at the same time trying to like imitate on how it's supposed to be spoken, diba? I mean, if isang artista, kinast nila ako bilang isang Filipino-American na pinanganak sa California, then whenever I speak English, I should be speaking English in a Californian accent. At wala yung Tagalog accent because that's my character, diba? And it's simply really going to be really difficult to do that. You need a lot of hours or even days of training just to speak or just to sound at least fluently in that native language. Pero yeah, I mean, I don't see the difference kasi I don't speak Spanish natively. So I don't know the difference between my accent when it comes to the Spanish thing. But from what I'm hearing, it sounds good enough. And yeah, maybe some Spanish people might get who watches this show, mano sila, parang mawi-weird na sila. Hey, they're speaking Spanish but in Tagalog accent. But anyways, that's a problem for them to handle. Ako, I think they just sound really great when they're speaking Spanish. Thank you so much for that. Okay, Maray Lourdes wrote in, si Clay, lagi na lang naiisip si Fidel, miss na talaga niya. That's true. Excited din ako magiging reaction ni Clay kapag nakita niya buhay pa si Elias. Ayun nga no? Yeah. Medyo nagalala ako ng onti kay Maray Clara kasi naiisip ko baka doon sa 13 years na pinagtangkaan pa din siya na pagpasalanta ni Padre Salvi. Una lang na natiling matama si Maray Clara at hindi na siya nagpapasindik kay Padre Salvi. Yeah. What's important is that Mara Clara tries to stand up for herself. It shows that she's willing to defend herself and her body against Padre Salvi. With that being said, 13 years nga nakalipas and 13 years is a large amount of years. And it means there's a huge amount of stories to tell sa 13 years na yun. And we just simply don't know kung ano nangyari sa 13 years na yun. Kaya, gaya ng sabi ng isa sa mga viewers natin, hey, I'm willing to see, gaya ng sabi ng Arte, I'm willing to see a show that happens between Noli Me Tangere at El Filibusterismo. If there's a good story to tell there, then why not, diba? Why not green light it? And why not let us see it, diba? Pero, again, you're right about that, Mario Lourdes. And finally, for the analysis part, diba, basahin natin. Mario Lourdes wrote in, yung Baportabo represents two things. Yep. Okay, yung estado ng gobyerno o pamahalaan. During those times, mabagal ang pag-uusad. Ibig sabihin, mabagal ang pag-unlad. Marahil dahil walang maayos sa plano. Social class. Sa upper kubierta, nandun ang mayaman at makapangyarihan, while sa lower kubierta, nandun ang mga lower class at mga Indios. Nag-exist pa din naman yung mga society natin, diba? 100% they still exist. And I see the Baportabo itself as a country, diba? They might be in different levels, but they're living in the same. They're staying in the same Baportabo. They're living in the same country. So there's that. Masaya talaga mag-isip sa mga susunod mangyayari dahil sa mga twists. Sa Noli Me Tangere, isang invisible na rehas yung nakapalibot kay Maria Clara. Yeah, I can remember that. But it said, feeling may actual na rehas na. Yeah. Yeah, you're right about that. That's a nice catch. Iniisip ni Clyde na si Simon at Fidel ang nakasama niya na magligtas kay Manny Clara. Pero sa tingin ko, hindi nila makasama si Simon. Baka si Fidel at Elias ang makatulong niya at pwede din baka makasama si Lucia. Iniisip ko na tragic pa din ang ending ng Simon sa Manny Clara. Ibarra, tulad ng kung ano naisulat sa nobela, anong pwede mangyari? Siguro ay mamatay si Simon sa show at meron ka na makasama. Highest bittersweet story. I'm on the team na gusto kong makita na si Simon mismo ang magliligtas kay Maria Clara sa kumbento. And if ever they're going to do a bittersweet story ending, having him and Maria Clara die in the same scene is actually pretty smart. I'm down for that. I'm not saying that I want a bittersweet story. I'm just saying that if ever they're going to tell a bittersweet story or at least an ending, having both of them die in the same scene together, I'm down. Gusto kong makita yun. I hope that is the case. That is like probably the easiest bittersweet ending story na pwede natin makita. Pero again, I'm down for that. I like that idea, Mario Lourdes. Hopefully they're going to do something like that if they're going for the bittersweet ending route. Pero yeah, we'll see. Connie mo na lang wrote in, ingat lagi, Senior Jess. Thank you so much. Ate Connie, I'm always ako maingat. Always ako maingat. Sisipon nga lang ako, so hindi ako maingat sa part na yun. Alright, thank you so much again for that, Ate Connie. Alright, Medisapoy wrote in, yung tila yata nakangayad ka kumpara sa huling tayong nakita ni Padre Salvi. Grabe, gustong gusto ko. Okay, ang husay ng writers kasi is a simple statement na yun, parang diinan na obsessed pa rin si Padre Demonyo kay Maria. Biruin mo sa sobrang dami ng suot ni Maria, napansin niya na pumayat. Super observant si Padre Salvi. At the same time, it really shows na talagang, yeah, I mean, he is simply obsessed. Padre Salvi is simply obsessed to the fact na he tries to, I mean, you're right. You're right, Medi. I don't know how to explain it more, pero I mean, you are 100% right about that. Dahil sa ito naman ni para sa malamang hindi siya nakakatulog sa gabi. Sa kaka-imagine kay Maria Clara. Yeah. Yeah. Some people might see it as, concern si Padre Salvi, pero no, it's actually pretty nasty. And it is a scary line. And you're right about it na it's simple pero it really tells a ton of story behind that line mismo. Yung scenes ni Martina at Maria, grabe, nandoon pa rin. Malapadre dapat sa power ni Maria na makakuha ng gusto niya. Magaling din maglaro ng mga tao pa niya. Pero may katwiran, wow. Parang, yeah. Yeah, I think you're right about that. Yeah, she doesn't know how to somewhat use people to her advantage. Pero again, there's a reason to that, and we are rooting for Maria Clara. Pero I do think that she was able to get that from Padre Damaso himself, herself. Parang hindi naman binanggit ni Clara ang pangalan niya sa kutsero. Baka sabihin na lang ni Manong ay naliwanagan na nagsasalita si Clara ng salitang hindi niya maintindihan. Tapos boom, si Clara nga. Baka kaya nila binuhay si Elias para may pambalanse sa inanang pag-ibig mo sa bayan ay kasing bigat pa ba ng pamamahal niya kay Maria Clara. Sinataga-usig at naliwanagan muna. Wait nga lang, sorry. Basta yung ulit to. Parang hindi naman binanggit ni Clay yung pangalan niya sa kutsero. Baka sabihin na lang ni Manong kay nalimunagan nagsasalita si Clay. Okay, gets ko na. Na mga salita, hindi niya maintindihan. Tapos boom, si Clay nga. Yeah. Yan, yung naliwanagan muna bahala sa bayan habang binubuo pa ni Simona sa sarili niya. Paghihiganti upang makapiling muli si Mana at baka buo na siya, sasama na siya bilang ang hukom. Siya bilang ang hukom. I mean, probably. Um, there's a lot of ways to tell the story and to go into this point of the story. Pero hey, I'm down for this. I'm down for this, Mary. And yeah, we'll just see in 2 weeks. We have only 2 weeks left. And finally, Arte wrote in, we're definitely still on the week of episode that connects the last or the final chapters of events of happening in Clara, Ibarra. And also setting out the foundations and some backgrounds, especially for the character setting and plot, as if we had and still have a prologue at El Fili. Yeah, it's just a previous episode and continue to this episode. While the final chapter of El Fili and some of the scenes are slowly being told, presented, we've integrated in this episode. Given that we only have around 13 episodes left and we're still, well, that's 10 episodes left na. First chapter El Fili. I really wonder how will the writers tell the entirety of 39 chapters El Fili. Story narrative here in Mikai, with only a few weeks of 5 episodes per week left, plus other supporting side. That's the thing. I think we're not going to reach all 39 chapters. I think if we're going to make 39 chapters as a 3-act story, I think we're going to end this story during the first act of El Fili. In a case kung saan yung lampara scene sa last act ng El Fili ay ilalagay na sa first act para at least we will be able to see that iconic scene from the book. Pero again, I'm just here to watch. Hopefully they will be able to tell an amazing story, and if it's bad or good, I'm going to criticize it. Pero yeah, thank you for writing it in, Arte. And now it's time to watch the episode. Thank you guys for leaving those comments in. See you in part 2. Honest reactions. Goodbye and take care.